Hi everyone, and welcome to this video. My name is Christina Aroche and I am the Archangel channel. I'm a spiritual teacher, mentor, and healer, and I'm here to guide you on your journey of spiritual growth and awakening. And in today's video, I have a message from both Archangel Raphael and Archangel Jophiel, who are both coming in together to talk about self-love. And what better day to be releasing this video than on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone who is watching this. This is a really powerful energy and message that is coming through today from the Archangels, like I said, which is all about self-love. And so love in any forms is incredibly powerful, and it is part of the essence of who we are. It is the essence, the truth, the core of our being. It's the core of source energy. It's the core of the universe. The universe is the energy of love. And so when it comes to self-love, this is something that we often don't have or that we struggle with, right? We often struggle in the area of self-love because of judgments, because of criticisms, because of many different reasons that, hold us back from being able to truly love ourselves and see ourselves as being worthy of that love. And the thing that the Archangels are bringing forward today with regards to this energy and with regards to this message is to let you know that this is the key. So self-love is the key to so many different pathways with regards to our journey. So it is the key to abundance. It is the key to our purpose. It's the key to feeling fulfilled and feeling joyful. Self-love is the key to so many other aspects that we get to experience as humans in this lifetime. And so when we focus on self-love and when we focus on harnessing that energy of love from within us and expanding it out, then we get to expand and heal and grow in all of those different areas, right? In relationships, in our business or career, in our own personal development. So self-love is the key to so many different things. And so the Archangels are coming forward today to share a few steps with you to support you in harnessing that powerful energy of self-love. Now, one of the things that I truly believe is that self-love is something that is a lifelong journey. So I believe that self-love isn't just like a black or white, like a yes and no. It is something that is on a scale, and it is something that we can always get deeper and deeper. So I believe that self-love can always increase, and it can always expand, and it can always grow. So it doesn't matter where you're at on your journey or what your previous experience has been, or what level of love you believe to have. This video will help you with going to that next level and expanding even further with that self-love. Or if you're at the beginning of this journey and you've been really having a hard time with it, then this is definitely a really great place to start. Now, like I said, self-love is the key to so many different things in our lives, right? Abundance, relationships, business growth, personal development, all of the things that is important to us as humans. Self-love is the key to all of that. And so in any kind of situation where we may be struggling, where we may be feeling resistance, where we may be feeling full of doubt and fear and whatever, self-love is the key to those things as well. Self-love helps us to break through those blocks. Self-love helps us to move past any resistance, and it allows us to open up and expand further. So for example, self-love is the key to forgiveness, right? So whether it's forgiving ourselves or forgiving other people, when we move into this energy of self-love, then it opens up that doorway or that pathway. The other thing that self-love does is that it helps us to feel worthy, and it helps us to feel good enough, right? Because that is the key to that energy of worthiness and feeling good enough in the first place. It's feeling good enough within that core energy of feeling loved. And so when we focus our intention and when we focus our awareness on the fact that we love ourselves and on the fact that we deserve our own love. And this message in particular is really coming through strongly from Archangel Jophiel. And so what she's saying is that allowing ourselves to see the truth that we do deserve love, that we deserve our own love, that there's no reason for us to withhold that love from ourselves. And when we allow ourselves to break free into that energy and give ourselves that love, then what happens is that we begin to shift the energy and really transform any parts of us that don't feel worthy or that don't feel good enough, right? Because that's the only reason why that energy or that belief is even there, is because at one point in our life, we didn't receive the love that we needed. And because of that, we came to the conclusion that we're not worthy or we're not good enough. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of like the basic overview. It's definitely much more in depth than that. And there's many different nuances and circumstances with regards to that. But that's basically the overview of how that unfolds. And so when we are the ones who give ourselves the love that we needed or that we desired or whatever it may be, when we are the source of that love for ourselves, then we heal that energy of unworthiness. We heal the lack of feeling good enough, right? And so as we increase those levels of worthiness and as we see ourselves as being good enough and feel the energy of support from within ourselves, what happens is that begins to shift in so many different other things in our lives. So it shifts the energy of abundance, right? It helps us to be aligned to a higher frequency, to a higher level. It supports us in attracting the right partner for us, who is aligned and who gives us that love, and that we are able to give our love to them in exchange. And it's an even exchange, it's a supportive relationship, all of those things. It supports us in being able to express our true selves because we feel confident, right? Confidence comes from that love, comes from that feeling of worthiness. We feel confident in who we are. And so we step out into the world, sharing our truth, sharing our gifts, which then supports us in our business or in our career, whatever it may be. It supports us in being able to make an impact in the world. So you can see how there is this huge ripple effect that is caused by this energy of self-love. Now, the other thing that self-love does is that it supports us in raising our vibration. It supports us in raising our frequency. And the same thing with everything that I just said, when our actual vibration, our vibrational energy, when it is at a higher vibe, then we are experiencing and attracting, we're magnetizing the things into our lives that are a match for that vibration. Right? So a higher level of love, a higher level of abundance, a higher level of, with regards to a relationship, whatever, all of those things, it comes from that higher frequency, that higher vibration, which comes from self-love. So those are just a few examples of the different ways that self-love really supports us and affects us. And so what I want to share with you next are a few steps that you can take today to support you with fostering this energy of self-love. And like I said, whether you already have done this work and you have reached a certain level of self-love and you're ready to expand to the next level, or maybe you're just starting out and you recognize all the different ways in which you do not love yourself and need some guidance with regards to how you can begin to shift that, this is going to be helpful for you. So the first step in all of this is for you to notice where you are withholding love from yourself, right? And so this can actually come in very sneaky ways, right? Because it's not always necessarily that we're just outwardly saying, no, I'm not gonna love you today, right? Sometimes it is. Sometimes you may notice your self-talk and you may notice the way that you're treating yourself. You may notice how you're judging yourself. You may notice the words that you're saying to yourself. And that can be pretty obvious once we bring our awareness to it. And so that's a really great example. And that's something that is important for you to recognize and be aware of, how you are talking to yourself, what you're thinking to yourself, okay? But then there's other things beyond that. So another way that you may recognize where you are withholding love from yourself is by the way that you are behaving or the things that you choose to do or not to do, right? So if we are constantly, binging on anything, whether it's food or a substance or anything really, then there's something there that shows us that there's a lack of love, that we are withholding love from ourselves, right? Because we're trying to cope or replace it with whatever kind of thing that we are addicted to, or whatever thing that we are reaching for, whatever it may be. If you are constantly notice yourself self-sabotaging in some way, sabotaging a project or sabotaging yourself, maybe on a promise that you made to yourself, maybe you told yourself that you would do something more of or less of, and you haven't been doing that, that's another example of a lack or a withholding of love. So whatever kind of thing you notice in your life, recognize where it is that you are withholding love from yourself. Okay, that is the first step. Awareness is always the first step in any kind of situation where we are wanting to heal and grow and shift and transform. And as a part of this, you may also take a look and see why you are withholding love from yourself, right? So often this leads to us not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, recognizing that there's a fear that maybe we are going to fail, or fear of being judged. So just recognize why you are withholding that love from yourself. Recognize why. Maybe it's because that you don't trust yourself. So there's many different reasons. And so that's also part of this first step, is for you to recognize where you're withholding love and why. Okay. The second step is for you to then forgive yourself and to decide to choose a new story, decide to choose again, decide to shift in that moment by not continuing on that same path. Do you know what I mean? And so like, let's say that you notice how you are, maybe saying something to yourself, maybe something that is mean or some sort of self-talk that is not nice, and so you notice what you're saying. Maybe you're calling yourself an idiot or whatever, and then you stop yourself and you say, hold on a second, why am I calling myself an idiot, or why am I saying these things to myself? That's not actually true. So a really great practice when it comes to forgiveness is the Ho'oponopono prayer, which is a Hawaiian prayer. And basically it goes, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. I think that's the order. It may be, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. But you can Google that, you can search that on YouTube, and it'll give you the exact way or the exact order of the words, even though I don't really feel that it matters, because the point of the prayer is forgiveness, and it is a really powerful prayer, and it really helps us to choose again, and it helps us to recognize that in every moment we have a choice. In every moment we have a choice. We get to choose how we're going to feel, what we're going to think, what we're going to believe. And so with that forgiveness prayer, and if it doesn't resonate with you, then that's okay. Whatever kind of way of forgiveness works for you is perfect. The point is for you to switch the way you are thinking in that moment and to decide to choose again. And so that is step number 2. So after you're aware of where you are withholding love from yourself, the next step is to forgive yourself for that and to choose differently, to choose that you will love yourself now. Okay, so once you have forgiven and decided to choose again, the third step is for you to be willing to be open to more love. Now, I know that sometimes when we go through this process, and depending on the specific situation, sometimes it can feel hard, right? We can consciously be aware and have the intention that we want to forgive ourselves, that we want to love ourselves more, that we want to feel a different way. But there can be something in our energy that kind of holds us back, or that stops us from fully stepping into it. And so the way that we can shift that is simply with our willingness, right? So when we set the intention and send a prayer out to the angels to say, I am willing to love myself more. I am willing to elevate into a new energy. I am willing to receive more love from myself, right? Even if in that moment it's like, well, I don't really feel that, but I'm willing to feel it, right? And that is such a key factor. Like, that word is everything, that willingness when it comes to intention, when it comes to prayer. When we say that we are willing, when we say that we are open, then it allows the universe and the angels to come in and support us and help us and say, okay, she said that she's willing, let's help her out. She's willing to receive this love. She's willing to see how she can love herself. Let's show her the way, right? So step number 3 is for you to be willing and to declare, to be open to receiving more love from yourself. Now, step number 4 is a little bit related to what I just talked about, and this is really about calling upon the angels, calling upon the universe, calling upon your spirit guides to support you through this process. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, Archangel Raphael and Archangel Jophiel are the two who are specifically coming in to support you through this. And so Archangel Jophiel is really focused on supporting you with regards to releasing the things that are holding you back or that are creating resistance with you being able to tune in to this energy of love, and with you being able to allow the energy to flow through you. So she's more about releasing resistance, and Archangel Raphael is more about opening up your heart chakra so that you can allow the energy to begin to flow and tap into the energy of love. So if you have a hard time actually tapping in and feeling it, then Archangel Raphael will be the one to call on. If you are more struggling with the fact that things keep coming up or things keep bringing resistance, you keep feeling something else besides love, then Archangel Jophiel is the one for you to call on. But basically this 4th step is all about supporting you with the energy of the divine. So calling on the universe, calling on the angels, calling on spiritual support to guide you through this process and help you to align to a deeper sense of love within yourself. And then number 5 is all about actually acting in the energy of love, meaning taking action, meaning doing something that shows you this new level of love. And whether that is something as simple as looking at yourself in the mirror and telling that you love yourself, whether it is giving yourself the space and time to do something that you truly love, whether it's treating yourself to something, right? Maybe going out to the movies or grabbing dinner or getting flowers for yourself or whatever it may be, whatever it is that you truly love and enjoy, that would be a symbol of an act of love towards yourself. Do that thing, okay? It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be extravagant. It can be something simple. It could be as simple as just writing like a love note to yourself that you put somewhere to find later, right? Or in that moment for you to read through in that moment right now. So whatever resonates with you, there's no right or wrong way to do it. The point is for you to feel the love from yourself when you are doing this act of love, right? So for you to really feel and receive that love that you're giving to you. And so the action part of this is important because it's through the actions that we really begin to shift and transform the energy. And so the action part is powerful. It is important. It is something that I highly recommend that you do, especially today on Valentine's Day. So those are the 5 steps for helping you with tuning into a deeper level of self-love. And like I said, this is the key to so many other different things in your life. So if this resonates with you, then I would definitely love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know how this goes for you. Let me know which step you're going to be focusing on, which step is most important to you right now. Let me know how it feels for you once you do it. I would love for you to share your experience below. Maybe if you want to share what your act of self-love is going to be, I would love to encourage you and support you. So leave those in the comments below. Now, the other thing that I want you to know is that when we work with the angels and when we call on them, when we open ourselves up to their presence and to their love, that really supports us in this whole process of self-love. This is one of the keys to being able to connect with the angels, being able to open up ourselves to our gifts, to our abilities, to our purpose. And so if you are interested in learning more about this power of healing through the energy of love and connecting to love through the support of the angels, then I invite you to join me for my 7-day workshop called Connecting with the Angels. It starts today, and you are still welcome to come and join in. You get lifetime access to all of the recordings, so it's not like you have to join in and be there for this full 7 days or present for those 7 days live. You have all replays, all recordings. You have access to all of them for the rest of your life. And so this is a really powerful workshop that supports you in helping you to deepen your connection to the angels, which of course as a result of that, helps you to deepen your connection to divine love. So if you're interested in that, then go check it out. The link for it is in the description of this video. And if you know anyone who needs to hear this message today, then please feel free to share this video with them. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. And finally, if you have not subscribed yet to this channel, definitely subscribe so that you do not miss any other future videos where I share messages from the angels, meditations, all of that good stuff. Subscribe to this channel and make sure that you have the notifications turned on. And that is it. So thank you so much for watching. I am sending you so much love and angel blessings, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.